where are we at in this quest? Okay. So there is something stone tabor, right? Where is that? Okay, I'm assuming... Can we go this direction? I think maybe it was just because we finished in this area. No, we could try. I want to go this direction.
Let's go.
Alright, Ambrosia. Let's go.
This might take a while.
It won't take that long. Oh, shit. Where is he? Which one of you had the casty? You. No, stop it. The guy's still alive. Oh, whatever. Okay. So we can go this direction. May as well stay on foot because it's not going to be that much further. Take that, thank you. I thought I've done this one before. Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorne.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you asked so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
No promises.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravaged. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
Alright, but before then, we're gonna explore. As we do.
Our master always liked to keep an eye on the village. That's why he built his forge up on the hill.
Wonder why Blackthrone and Zoltan fell out. Hammer envy?
He's literally standing right next to you. As we do.
Good boy.
Yes. Okay. Right. So we're gonna look around. Make sure there's nothing hidden, no secrets or anything.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole. The chief will think of something.
Ah, interesting. Were you also relying on crystals for this, or... There was the good old-fashioned way of firing forges, I would assume.
Would you like to see my wares?
40,000.
Thank you.
I will pass on that for now. I might get that
You
just
are?
because. But we will pass on that for now. There... No, nothing specifically here.
Isn't there anything we can do to help? It doesn't seem fair, the menfolk having to deal with all this on their own.
I've started putting peas and pulses in the pot. They fill the same hole for a fraction of the price of meat.
No, running out of money in this area, I see.
Sorry, but if none of you lot can smell ore anymore, we're gonna have to start looking for new clients.
Ha! Good luck finding anyone else who can make a fire worth a damn.
I know it's out of it, but may as well fill this in.
What's the point of mining this shit if no one can use it?
If they don't fix the forges soon, we'll be out of a job.
That is a fair thing to ask if, yeah. Fair enough. What is the work for if they can't use it? I see. Okay.
Miners only. Can't have you tripping headfirst into a pile and bringing the whole place down.
Yep, okay, that's fine.
The sky sucked up all the ether or something. Would explain why nothing bloody works down here anymore.
That would just lead back that way. Is there a... Yeah, there is. Excuse me, I'm taking this. Hope you don't mind.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
He's helping the chief with something very important. You go back inside now.
Did I come from that way? Probably. Okay.
That's my obituary written then. The man who closed the doors on his great-grandfather's forge.
Oh, don't say that. It's not over yet. Let me help.
That's my guess. They're reliant on crystals, and now that that's kaput. If only we knew how to make fires without them, huh? I bet it's not that simple, but, you know. Imagine if it was.
Should be enough to last us a few moons, at least.
Okay, I think we've seen everything we need to, so.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorne's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new
Yep,
crystals.
sure enough.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorne. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here, and neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Could we just channel, like, the Phoenix or Ifrit in this situation? Probably, you know, Ifrit mostly, but...
Please, Chief, you've got to do something. If this keeps up, we'll be ruined.
I'm stealing your shit. Thank you for your bloody hides. What else can I take? Nothing?
It's no use. The flames just aren't hot enough.
I suppose we could try working copper instead, if we had the ore.
These poor bears.
I thought I'd made myself clear. Piss off.
Bollocks. So bearer's magic's no more use than the crystals.
We could try making a bunch of them do it at once.
Okay.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your...
Let me guess. Zoltan told you
Yep.
to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know.
What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravoshed. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravoshed in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravoshed prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire.
Seriously.
We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravoshed won't last long without its furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away. All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravoshed will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August? When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you, August?
All right, then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
You know, I question this. Like, I feel like he says that, so he does it for the love of the craft and to do it to get as well, or like perfect as you can get it, right? And that's like an admirable thing to do a craft for the love of it and not for the money of it. So there's a difference between spending a lot of time in something, but getting it like perfect, or near perfect, you know, where it's good quality, and spending no time on it and churning out something that's cheap and not very well made, right? It kind of goes for anything in general. Like, the more time you put into something, the more care you put into something, the better it's going to get. But obviously it takes more time to get to that point. Whereas you can do it quick and easy, but then you don't get the same results generally, right? And so there are two sides of the coin. And I think it's great that he does it for the love of his craft and to really put his all into every piece and, you know, whatever, right? But then you have, like, the flip side where it's like, yeah, it does make money. People buy it, you know? But, it's not as well made, and understandably, you know, I could see why that would clash. So on one hand, yeah, so he left because it was just going to tear the place apart. and everyone's going to take sides for it, whatever. And yeah, okay, so you may not be welcome here anymore because you left and whatever. But at the end of the day, I think it worked out fine, to some degree anyways, because this other guy's way of doing things, while cheap as it is, managed to get them more money and, you know, whatever, right? And it helped sustain the village. Whereas Hawthorne, I'm sorry, Blackthorne, I was playing 14 earlier. Blackthorne, where, like, he left, but now he's making really good gear, right? And he's making sure everyone's properly geared up, armored up in the hideaway, and that's really important too. So I feel like both people found their place in the world in a sense where, yeah, maybe it would have been better that he stayed and just dealt with it, but at the end of the day, I think Blackthorne is better suited for the hideaway anyway, where people trust and, you know, look up to him and whatever, they know that they can get quality stuff, especially for a hard fight like this, than to stay here, because let's just, theoretically speaking, right, let's just say I keep on calling him Hawthorne because I was in Hawthorne's hut earlier. Blackthorne, right? Let's say Blackthorne did stay here, right, instead of Zoltan, I think was the guy's name. Now, if you spend that much time into One Piece, then you wouldn't turn out as much product, which means you wouldn't make as much money, which means you wouldn't be able to sustain as much as you could otherwise. And I feel like that in itself would cause strain, even though you're doing the best that you can and you're putting out quality stuff. Now, there is something to be said that if you're putting out quality stuff, then you could potentially price it higher and people would still buy it because they know it's quality, but we're not getting into that. The point is here, then some people might start to get frustrated because they're not turning enough product, which means they can't get the money to sustain everyone. And I feel like that would cause some disdain, or I don't know the word I want to use for it, but it would cause some trouble between the villagers and him, right? So I think when it comes down to it, right, I think the way things worked better for both ends. Would I say the cheaper, crappy quality items are a great thing? No, I don't think so. But it works for all intents and purposes of what this village needs to sustain people, right? Now, on the other subject that I've been, like, poking at, God forbid there's not other ways to make fire, right? But I get it. It's a different scenario. Everyone's so reliant on magic and specifically crystals. And now that the crystals don't work, now everyone's, like, kind of shit out of luck. But you gotta think at some point there are other alternative ways to make fire, right? Why not just good old fire? Like kindling and, you know, whatever. Does that not work here? Can you not do that? As far as I know, it's not a complicated process to do or make a fire in that sense, right? I mean, it may take time to start it, but it's not complicated, I wouldn't think. So why is that so difficult in this setting here? Why would people not be able to deal with that, even though it may take a little extra time to start a fire, right? It may take more kindling and all that, you know, whatever it may be, right? Why would you have to have bearers or crystals to be able to do that? But maybe it's not the way that it is in general in the setting, because even here they're saying that, well, Sid made this for us, and he predicted that they were the problem, not the solution. Therefore, he searched for a while to make an alternative way to make fire and, you know, whatever. So, okay, fair. But it sounds like maybe even they, if it took them a while to figure that out, maybe it isn't that simple, right? It's really complicated in that sense where I don't know that side of, like, the, actually being there and experiencing that for myself, obviously. Because to me, it makes sense to just, make a fire the traditional way. Maybe that's not really an option here. I can't imagine why it wouldn't be, but if even Sid had to, like, spend some time to figure out alternative sources, then maybe it's not that simple, right? But who knows? I'll stop dragging on with this. But that's what I was gonna say, is it's just interesting that they can't do it that way. But, whatever.
Sid tried all sorts of leather to make those bellows, but salamander skin was the only kind that worked. Luckily for all our sakes, salamanders aren't too hard to find around these parts.
Alright, well, okay. Where am I going? Okay. Actually, let me talk to this guy real quick.
Blackthorne's got some nerve coming back here.
Alright, he didn't have anything to say specifically.
Ready, go?
Look at that.
Time to fight.
I should, but nah. I just want to get these missions done. Or the side quests done. But I do need to get off here, so.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
That looks like a straight up dragon. Or not, maybe not a dragon specifically, but a wyvern maybe? Rather than a salamander. Oop! Ow, fuck. Went right into it. And we're back to the fire, I guess. Well, it's fine.
Nice try.
I took more damage than I should have, because I tanked a little bit of it, but it's fine. Some species of salamander are want to shed their tails in order to escape predators. Alas, all those significant size to provide the embellished stretch of skin that Sid's bellows require have no predator but mankind, and are disinclined to part with their appendage.
I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
Fly, Ambrosia.
You deserve a rest.
What's this all about then?
Dunno. Some kind of new invention.
Good news, Clive. When I told people we'd be building them a new furnace, they were practically falling over themselves to help. Talk about changing their tune, eh?
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louts to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said.
As you should.
That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthrone you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthrone. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravost needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorne's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him. He's still explaining the ins and outs of the new forge, so I doubt we'll be going anywhere for a bit. No sense you waiting around anyway.
These things are going to take some getting used to.
Yeah. Give it a week, and you'll wonder why you ever bother with crystals. Let's run through it again, shall we?
Bloody hell. How's it staying so hot without a crystal?
Don't ask me, but whoever invented this thing was a fucking genius.
Yes, he was.
I'll bet the blacksmiths will be queuing up to buy you a drink now. Reckon you might have saved this town and everyone in it.
See? The thing here blows air through the coals, and the faster the flow, the hotter the flame. It's that simple.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pit coal cinders, sooty black shards recently removed from the equally sooty black depths of Zevard mines. Scatter them over a fire produces a hot crimson flame, for which effect the substance has long been highly prized by desert fortune tellers looking to strike the fear into of the infernal into their superstitious clients.
Pick cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. You didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
Ouroboros design draft. Oh, for the thing. Oh, it's necessary for crafting the belt. Okay. The craft a belt to end all belts, which is really funny considering when Ouroboros is. Ouroboros recipes unlocked.
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want?
Burn bright. Oh, that's the... Okay, I was gonna say, I thought I already had, yeah. Stone tongue. What would that be from? I think the bloody, what was it, the bloody, loincloth. I think that was from, the dragon.
And?
Sevrog, I think. but I need to go back and do that. I just...
Stew's awfully thin these days.
Oh, what do you expect? Farmers are abandoning their fields and traders their roots. Most of what we have now comes from here in the Hideaway.
Yeah, anyways.
What do you
I
recommend?
lost what I was gonna say with it, but yeah. I just don't want to deal with it right now. Is what I was trying to say, I guess.
Welcome back, Sid. Don't be a stranger, Sid.
Okay. So... well, there's a missive as well. And the next one of the blacksmith blues. We thought he was happy. He's not yet. Or he is for a second, but not for long.
Don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
I will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go to Eastport, but as soon as the rebuilding work is complete, I promise to return.
You still haven't left, though, so maybe you're waiting for story progression. Alright, wall of memories. Oh, right, okay. So I guess signboards are going to be down here. It's starting to fill in. Alright, what have we got? The courage to fight. What happened in Eastpool with the Bearers and the Guardians has been a long time coming, and I'm proud of that it could finally happen here in Rosaria. The Duchy of Old may be no more, but Archduke Elwin's dream still burns in the hearts of many, and though it is through victories such as these that the fires will spread. Oh, it is through these victories, sorry. If I could read words properly. This is only the beginning, Clive, but a fine beginning it is. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, was there anything else in the Hideaway that I need to worry about? Oh, right, there's that one mission down that way, or the side quest down that way. So we're gonna grab that, and then, oh right, and then there's also the points. Hopefully we can get something from that. And then we continue on with our side quests until we can finally, like, move on to story stuff.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Okay.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back, Sos.
Alright. A blazing beacon. Beacon. Fitting performance. Natalie reports an unexpected surplus in Dolomel's stores and, as a means of showing the town's gratitude for past assistance, has expressed her distinct wish that one Lord Underhill partake in their good fortune. Ooh, look at those ability points! Clutch mine? What are clutch mines? Ability points. Bless you for that.
Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
Lord Underhill thanks thee. Okay, that means we could get one of these then. Yep. That said, I should maybe... Maybe I should save to get this big... Well, no, I don't have all of them. I just have a few of them. You know, it may not hurt to get that. Since we're almost there anyways because of that bump. So may as well wait a little bit.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
Did I?
Bad news.
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned, or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, The whole place will be overrun.
Of course. Of course, this is how things go, right? We finally get the forge going for them, right? Again, and we get a Kashik. Great.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthrone know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
Back we go. Alright, well, with that, let us... Yeah, I guess that is the closest one, otherwise. So we have how many now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They just don't end, do they? Sorry. Well, do you say anything different?
You're here. August's waiting for you inside. Well, go on then.
You seem to be happy.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
Seem to be okay with us now.
If you can swing a hammer, you can swing a sword.
I never thought I'd have to.
Yeah, times are tough, aren't they? Don't have to really explore because we already did that. I guess the only reason I would explore is to like just see what people say. Anything new?
We've spread the word. Those who can't fight are taking refuge inside their houses. Good. Then let's get the tools out.
Promise you'll come back to me. Don't you dare leave me alone.
I promise, alright? Now stay indoors and stay quiet.
Nice, we'll listen to the dialogue that they have. So it's down that way, but... this just leads up that way. Okay.
Anyone without a blade, come and get one. Sharpest edge in Dravost, guaranteed.
Well, the plus side of being a blacksmith town is at least you have no shortage of weapons.
The brass neck of that girl. Everyone's coming together to fight for their lives, and she hasn't lowered her prices a gill.
Ah, I see. Oh, yeah, we already did that one. I'll be with you soon, August.
Sid, good to see you. Our scouts are keeping watch on the edges of the ether flood. Any movement, you'll be the first to know.
Okay, well, I guess that's that.
Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did ya?
Blackthorne.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Like my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoltan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me, the best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead?
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah, so have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. Short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off.
But I feel like, honestly, I still stand by. I think what happened with him leaving was probably for the best for both places. For both people.
Prick or not, I won't abandon Dravost to a swarm of Akashic.
Just say the word. The villagers know to keep out of sight when the fighting starts.
You, ready for the off then?
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts, though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackthrone, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls, and there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
They won't.
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravost till I get back.
I mean, we've dealt with worse.
And give those things what for, yeah?
We've definitely dealt with worse than this. I would assume anyways. Yeah, that's a big boy. It's probably fine.
Which one of you's first?
Now imagine if we actually had other people with us at this moment. Oh my god! He's out. I got something, well, primed anyways. These little ones are fine with this, but... Griffin, okay. Come here. So there's a little bit more space.
Is that it?
Probably not. Yeah, okay.
Apparently not.
I was gonna say, I doubt it. A chimera? Oh, fuck. Are we doing ram and dragon voice?
Not getting past me.
Ah, fuck. I was gonna say, that seemed too easy to just be that. I know, you're gonna do something. Come on.
Let's try.
Oh, he was starting to do Ram's voice. Oh god. Ram's voice! Ah! Cutter's Cry prepared me for this. No, no, no! You're so low. Oh god. Oh no, oh no. Okay, no! All those Cutter Cry runs have prepared me for this. You can't fool me! I know purple and blue! Alright, cool. We can get another one of those. I have curiosity. I'm gonna look at something real quick. Okay, what was it? It was, defeat 20 enemies while semi-primed and excluding battles in Hall of Virtue. I see. Okay. I was curious what that was, that achievement was. I do like chimeras. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but
Now the question is, did I miss any?
God, if that chimera.
You stood in one piece.
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Okay. What I was gonna say is, man, if that... So the Griffin and all those, yeah, that would have been a nasty fight. If that Chimera made it into the village, that would be a fucking disaster. Oh my god. No, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It was very interesting to fight it outside of Cutter's Cry, right? I mean, that said, I've always really liked the Chimera's mechanics as far as Dragon and Ram. It's very interesting to me. It's fun. It's like early game of 14, right? Early 14 story where you first come across like real mechanics before they started changing things a bit more. And I think it's one of the first stops in 14 when you're new that you're like, oh, well, this is a certain mechanic, right? It's like the first time where you kind of hit a wall where you're like, oh, well, now we have to worry about mechanics a little bit. But I've always thought the Dragon in Ram Out was always really fun, even though it's simple enough. So just like, I made a joke about it. Are we doing the Dragon and Ram thing? We sure were. I was a little worried because it was Dragon, and I was definitely not in, but thankfully Dodge came in clutch. So we're good. We're good. It was a fun fight, though. It was very interesting. Anyway.
Sid, you're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravost won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere.
That's very true.
Importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthrone, that's twice you've turned up when Dravoj needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened.
Well, at least there's...
I was envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Dravoj isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day, because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravoj what a true master blacksmith looks like.
No.
I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
Craft anvil. Huh.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravoj in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
Oh.
He's more than welcome.
Yeah.
As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, Get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Right on, right on. Good for them.
With a little help from Blackthrone, I don't see why we can't restore Dravosh to its former glory. Barring ether floods, that is.
I'll get him back to the hideaway. Don't you worry about that.
I'll tell you what, Clive. If we pull this off, it will ruin every other sword you've ever held.
Hell yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, but they kind of talked it through that. But it's good to see that he, like, acknowledged that, you know, you were onto something with this. I kind of lost my train of thought while I was listening and all that, but because I didn't want to talk over them. And I already lost all my thoughts with it, but it's fine. No, I think I was just gonna say I still stand with what Blackthrone was saying as far as it would have been the death of the place. But he kind of they both acknowledged it, right? And I'm like, that's good. That's growth, right? I think what I was gonna say is it's interesting to me that it seemed like Zoltan was always the cheap and easy route, right? But it seems like it's not maybe necessarily Zoltan, it's the village as a whole. Like, it's just the way the village is. So it's like, I can kind of understand from the aspect of, yeah, it's a little hard to lead by example if people are unwilling to follow by example, you know? And then it gets really exhausting to be the only one leading by example. And then you get tired and you kind of just go, well, what's the point of it? So on that hand, or the other hand of that, I can kind of see where he's coming from in that particular instance. Whereas, you know, I've tried, but people just do not take to it, so what do? You know? And that's a very fair point to make, because that does get really exhausting when you're the only one who seems to care. But, no, it's good. I'm glad that things are working out for them. And I am very interested in whatever that blade is. It's always fun when people come to the hideaway. I think it's really nice to see more life and all that, so.
Ah, the man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip.
Oh, heck yeah.
The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the outer aisles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is, then.
I'm glad they're getting along. This is nice. Wait, are we getting the sword now? Fuck yeah. I thought I'd have to come back for it.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
That's sick looking.
The sword to end all swords.
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
Huh.
It's quite something.
That's cool.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravosh.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better
Oh.
Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea.
Heck yeah.
No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Good for them. That's nice. Gotterdam Demerog design draft. Wait, do I... okay, no. It's, okay. It's still there. It's just... This is the other one that's the supplies and stuff. Ragnarok. Ancient Ashen legend purports that one day, the Age of Dominance will draw to a close in an epic clash of icons that sets the land ablaze, cleansing it of foulness and allowing for its rebirth. A clash they call Ragnarok. Heck yeah! That's pretty dope. So, I mean, aside from, like, the storyline has been really interesting. And it's cool that he's here. The storyline's been very interesting, but aside from that, it is still worth doing these side quests to get stuff like this. Like, that's pretty cool, you know? That said, let me go back into my abilities, because now we have enough for this. And then, I guess what I should do is I should technically get this one. That's only 800 at least, so I should get that one next, just so all of them have them. And then we can kind of start grabbing these extra stuff. So, oh, that's not one. Gear. All right. Oh my god, that difference in the cost of that. All right. All right. What do we need for that then? Blacksmith blues for.
I never thought me and Zoltan would ever speak again, let alone work together.
I'm glad for
If it
that.
hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend of me, Clive. The best.
Oh.
So will it be?
Alright, let's check it out. Oh well, yeah, it is Orichalcum, okay. It's quite a bit. If Ragnarok was forged to mark the war of the gods, then the Demrug, I don't know how to say that, but meaning the Twilight of the Gods was forged to mark the fall of those self-same deities. That's pretty cool. So we need more Orichalcum, and then obviously Dark Steel, primitive Battlehorn, so hunts basically. It would be kind of interesting just to forge all of these blades just for the sake to have them for glamour reasons, I guess is the best way to put it. That said, before I talk to him, I do want to...
Awfully thin these days.
Oh, what do you expect? Farmers are abandoning their fields and trying to sow roots. Most of what we have now.
I do want to see what it looks like. So, appearance. Weapon. Okay, so that's what it looks like with some color and stuff. Huh. I'm still like really stuck with Invictus because that's the default, but it's cool looking. I think I will after looking at both. I probably will just keep Invictus on because I like the way it looks a little bit better, but that's very cool. I like a lot of these weapons. Like Flame Tongue looks really cool. Like all of these ones here, like the Grindstone still looks cool. And of course, where's the other one at? The Stormcry is simple but really interesting looking. But I think I'll stick with Invictus just because I do like his default sword look. I considered it, but I'm like, I think after looking at it, I do kind of like the Invictus look a little better. It's cool though.
No need to thank me for the sword. I'm happy just to be here. You've built a fine home for yourselves, and I can see why Blackthorne's so taken with it. Look after the old bastard for me, will you?
Always do.
I'll be off soon, but next time you're in Dalmec here, be sure to pay me a visit. Snotty will let you in.
Do you reckon we finally got to the bottom of Blackthorne's troubles then? That'd be something, eh?
What?
No, he wouldn't be Blackthorne if he didn't give us the odd scale.
Watch him all of a sudden have like Blacksmith Blues 5. No, but anyways, but no, that I'd say that was worth it, and the story itself has been pretty cool. So, yeah, so we're done with those there at least. May as well just kind of go from this and go up that way. So it looks like 3 more for the time being, and one of them's almost done. So hopefully it won't be too much more.
What's happened? Can't the gate.
Hey, Theodore.
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
Oh, that's easy enough.
Right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
Easy enough. Okay. You have anything else to say, Theodore? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to jump.
Last I heard, the contract was all but signed. Hopefully El knows when the bearers are due to arrive now.
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault.
Oh boy. Yours. Yeah, it can't be that simple.
No buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
You had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
El? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randala and see if you can stop my sister biting the consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randala, then. I'd better not keep Eloise waiting.
Okay. So we're just going down that way, it looks like. This direction. Should be down this way. Yes, okay.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
Alright, but with that, I'm going to take a break. And of course, with a break, that means we're doing our ads real quick, just so we don't miss anything while I'm doing that break. So I will be back in about 3 or so minutes. Maybe not exact 3 minutes, but that's how long the break is gonna, or the ad break is gonna be anyways. So we'll be right back, and we'll hopefully get back to this. Hopefully, it might end up being a full side quest mission, or like stream again, but it's been pretty interesting, the stories and stuff. Hopefully we can get to something near the end of it, but we'll see. But we'll be right back. I need to move that back over there. Okay.
Run with the wind.
Up this way. Okay. Grab that. Speaking of which, I should probably sell stuff at some point.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more, and he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. But they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
If you're thinking about leaving for the Crystalline Dominion, you're out of luck. They've closed the checkpoint. even for those of us with traders' passes. Not that I'd recommend heading anywhere. People are saying they've seen smoke rising over Twinside.
I was gonna talk back to her, but I see if she. Oh, she's right there.
Please, you have to go and help him. You're my only hope. You're Theo's only hope.
What's this? Oh god, I gotcha. Okay. Sometimes they say something else. Or something interesting anyways. Right. This is like the long area. Just do that for now.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal. Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
Fly, Ambrosia.
Down this way? Yeah, okay. Oh, alright. Can't turn corners while sprinting, I guess. Also, I'm pretty sure I've seen this view before, but that's cool. Anyway. Ambrosio? Get back up. Thank you. I did not mean for you to step off the side. Okay. Anyway. I guess it didn't matter which direction there. Should just be down this way, yes. Goodbye. I'll stop him! Will you now? I should fight them. I'm just trying to get the, trying to get these quests done more than anything. I went too far, I guess. Yes, I did. No? Oh, yeah, I still have to go this way. And then I go this way, I believe. Right? Yes.
Be safe.
What's the situation? All clear this end.
Let me actually take that off the map.
Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area's flooded with ether.
We Just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
Theodore led the dragon upriver. God's help him. I only hope he's still alive.
There's an ether flood up ahead. I know Theo's a bearer, but even he can't stay in there forever.
Huh, okay. We're facing a dragon, which does not seem like fun. You got that music starting to play. Did he actually go in there? No. Okay.
Where are you, Theo?
Let's see if it's blood for sure. I'm gonna do a quick save because I haven't saved at all. So, no, I did not mean to make a new one.
Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned.
Time to gather them all up. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Come here. It's just so funny that it pulls them into it, so I can just move it around.
I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
Or it finds us. There we go.
Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
God, if it's not anything like Sevrog. Well, if it is anything like Sevrog, rather. It's gonna be kind of a pain in the butt, but we do what we have to. One of these days I need to go back to Sevrog, but I just don't want to deal with it. Oh god. Ow.
That's better.
I knew I was getting out of that one. Can't see. Nope, stop it.
Nice try.
Oh!
This one.
Oh, don't do that right now. We don't have the time. Okay, Severog is definitely has taken a lot longer than this one, so this might not be terribly bad. To be fair, it is just a side mission, so.
Slow. Slow. Get him.
Gonna have to watch out. A little early. Get out, 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 get out. Get out. When you get locked into a move. Come on. He's almost down. There we go. Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
Alive?
Theodore, you still alive?
You had me worried for...
Oh, that doesn't seem good. Oh, Theodore.
We have to get you out of here.
Oh, I don't like this.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid.
Oh.
For finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Oh. No, I like Theodore. No, I like Theodore. How could you do this to me, game? Oh.
Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo!
Oh.
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you.
Elle.
Wait.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore, wait.
Goodbye, El.
Oh.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place. Against his will.
It wasn't against his will.
I was gonna say, I don't think it was.
He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen, the life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can, whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then, for Theodore.
Oh, man. Man, a side mission made me fucking feels. Make me fucking give me feels. It's not fun. I like Theodore. That's rough. I expected to feel like emotions from the story itself. I did not expect it from the side quests. I say that, but Sid, the whole thing with Sid's goblet, that whole backstory there, that definitely made me feel like sad. So it's not really new, but man.
The Crimson Caravans is my family business now, and I would not exchange it for the world. I brought Theo here to be safe, and I have never looked back since.
Oh man, that's a shame. Alright, where in Lost Wing am I going? There's two of them here, looks like. Oh, right, there were two. Okay. Can definitely feel like we're nearing something when everything's fallen to ether floods in the Kashik.
Reader could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Wait. Hold on. Sorry, there's a chest here. I already got this chest. It's fine.
Get him.
Spider eye.
Hopefully one will be enough. Rodrigo will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
Oh, bombs.
This one. Second.
Oh god, is the other one not dead? Well, now it is. I thought it was dead. Oh well.
Faster.
Sorry, Ambrosia.
You deserve a rest. Enough of you, are there?
Over here.
What ones are there? Is it just these? Nope, there's another one somewhere.
That's all of them. Owen can uncross his toes now.
Ah, Sid. Wasn't expecting you back so soon.
I wouldn't say this is soon, but sure.
Is it good news or bad?
Good, thankfully. Here.
Ah, that's brilliant! Thanks a blimmin' million! I'll fit 'em to the smelter right away! May I present to you the Telemon Furnace! Ain't bad, is she?
Huh.
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid!
Ah.
I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon Furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal.
Stretchy metal, huh?
Well, if you insist.
That is the spirit. You'll love it, I promise. So, what do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owain.
Shh, don't mention it. You earned it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my words.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
Expanded potion satchel. Nice. Were the same exotic alloy from which the clasp of the satchel was fashioned to be used to craft a suit of armor, it would surely be supple enough to accommodate even the greediest knight's ever-expanding belly. Oh boy. We do like that. We like more potion space. Maximize, so I wonder if that's the last of them. You have obtained an expanded potion satchel, further increasing your capacity for carrying the consumables. Items slot increases are as follows. Potions, you can carry 8 now, which is great. High potions to 5, strength tonic, and stone skin to 4. Oh, yeah, that is the maximum total, I guess.
Let's get back to work.
Because I just got a thing for it.
Ain't gonna invent themselves.
I don't think I could do that side quest because or finish it because it's literally in a place I need to get to first. But I do have a missive, it looks like. And yeah. Probably about Theodore. We'll just go this way.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lesson today?
Canva lost.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts? I've never had anything so delicious.
Oh, yep, he's gone. Makes sense. Oh, let's check out this, the signpost. Oh, it's on the top here now. Crimson Caravan sign. Okay. In Lost, there will be found. Yep, okay. It is hard to believe that Theo is gone. Every morning I wake, I expect him to be there in the stables, watering the birds or readying the packs. Yet he's not, and it is everything I can do to not fall to my knees and weep. Still, I know I have to move on. But that doesn't mean I have to forget. My brother and I built all that we have here together, so as long as I still have the caravans, he will ever be with me. And I shall honor him in death by carrying on what he strove for in life. That is what I choose. Alright, well, we can't do the other one there because it's locked behind story. But that's fine. So hopefully this is the last one, but as it appears, yeah, it very much was a side mission stream again. But they've been pretty cool to check out. Very emotional for, you know, one of them for sure.
Like a little unrest.
We'll see what this one is.
There were ghosts at the gates, not
Those things I said before. About not being able to fight.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do?
My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sanbreque. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sanbreque. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation, least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
The fact that the soldiers trust you may well carry some weight with the Duke. He needs their support after all. I only hope that you can make him see sense before he tears the town apart.
Alright, well,
I may have
let's
met
do
this
this.
Duke before, at the remembrance ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Ah, yeah. More than likely. That seems to be the way things work. Maybe I can cut through this way. Yeah, okay. Not entirely. Do you have anything to say about this?
It's heartening to see that the Guard have rediscovered their purpose. I just hope they don't do anything stupid.
Oh, yeah.
We've lost
We've
enough people
had this
to-
conversation before.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
You can make an empire with
There will be only
citizens.
beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later.
You guys duke this out. No pun
Citizens
intended.
revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
He states...
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
He states that there is no empire, or there's, whatever, without the empire. But really, you can form an empire from small settlements and become bigger. That's how they are made. They start as small settlements and grow in size and then get better over time, Well, maybe not better. They expand over time, right? Because with more people means more space needed, more development needed. And you can make an empire that way. It's not necessarily that you can't do that. I guess what I'm saying is you need the citizens to make an empire in the first place. Because without that, you have nothing. It's similar to the notion of villages can be destroyed for whatever reason, right, or cities. But so long as people survive, you can always remake those places, right? Because it lies in the people, right? If everyone dies, or they are, in the case here, they kill each other, right? What empire is there to be had if you don't have citizens to fill that empire? But you can always rebuild something so long as you're alive. And you can always, it might take time. It's going to take a lot of effort and it's going to be hard, you know, but you can do it. And to do that, you need happy people, or well, happy enough people, I guess. It kind of depends, obviously. Because if in this case here, it does have a revolt that happens, obviously no one's going to be happy and your empire is going to crumble before you even get a chance to see it, like, even become a thing.
I left everything in the capital. What am I to do? Where am I to go?
You don't have to go anywhere. The Dame will see you taken care of.
As long as you remain, the Veil will see to your needs.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been dealt with.
Yeah, but what if they come back? Is there anything we can do to help?
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him. Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the Dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand. The Duke might have soldiers at his beck and call, but us common folk follow the Dame, and no one else.
I heard the Dame got an icon to rid the meadows of those ghasts.
Oh, come now. She surely cannot count a dominant amongst her clients. Can she?
Hi, said dominant right here. I actually have multiple right now.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes. If he comes calling, the only thing I'm giving the Duke of Oriflamme's a piece of my mind. Maybe a smack in the gob.
Attaboy. Like, I feel like the Duke's plans, like, what he wants to do is, in spirit, a semi-decent idea. Not perfect, but it's semi-decent idea. But the way he's going about it is completely different, right? It's a completely different situation.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain Duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the Dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
The Dame actually cares about this town, unlike the Duke. He's only interested in picking our pockets to line his own.
There were ghosts at the gates, not days.
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the Dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the Dame, but I'm with the Duke on this one. If turning this place into a fortress is what it takes to protect my family, I'll do it.
As long as you remain, the Vale will see to your needs.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits. What the common folk don't understand is, this is for them too. Either we turn the Empire back into a force to be reckoned with, or we live in fear the rest of our lives.
Yeah, but there's a way to find a common ground in between both. You can meet halfway somehow. Sorry, Torgal. You're embarrassing me.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
I mean, it'd be nice if we could all do whatever the hell we wanted and not end up being torn to shreds by a swarm of fiends. But we can't, so we've got to make sacrifices, just like the Duke of Oriflamme says.
Captain, do you have a moment?
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
Stay safe, if nothing else.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Ah, Clive. How did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but...
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sanbreque, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
He quit,
I
huh?
handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Fair enough.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
Uh, 800 was enough for the other one, I believe.
Despite my repeated advances, His Eminence has proven a difficult conquest. Fortunately, I am nothing if not persistent. But, be that as it may, I might yet need you to press the point.
Alright, so we are finally caught up in side quests besides the one I can't turn in. Not yet, anyways. Yeah, so let's get this. That will be done. Then we can worry about all this extra shit. I didn't realize that also restored HP. That said, I think going for the things that are not, like, expensive like these will probably be a better bet. Right, so Shiva's stuff. That's the stuff I should work on in there. Forget that. See what it gives me with this. That. Okay. Shiva. Right. Okay. And there's a new missive, it looks like. Probably from Isabel, which would make sense, because we just got done with that.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
Alright, let's see. Oh no, Telemon maid. Ah, it's from Mid. Thanks again for helping get the dungeon in order. Had you not rode gallantly to our rescue, I reckon poor Owen and them lot would still be stuck styling. Excuse me. I reckon poor Owen and them lot would still be stuck styling, I'm assuming, Blightwater over a Bonner. There's always room for improvement, though, so don't get your knickers in a knot should I come and knocking at your chamber door, looking for more spears and ash and whatnot. Oh, Mid. Alright, well, that's not the door. Alright, cool. So we can move on with the story a little bit. Not a lot, because we're getting near the end of the stream, but also because the last one here is beyond the infirmary, so. Out of curiosity, let me double check the board. Just to make sure. Okay. Yep. We're good there for now. Just need Sevrog at some point here. Okay. But I'm going to actually save here just in case. Alright. I guess I could have done this and gotten them right away.
Joshua?
It's fine.
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Dion, are you finally showing up here? Nameless Slum. The lanterns are a nice touch. No, okay.
What is this place?
Oh, hey.
Don't move.
It's fresh from the well.
Speaking of hydration, just took some myself.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
Oh, I see.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Is it finally time?
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few,
but
I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are ya?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Speaking of, I should probably grab some more potions now that I have more space.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
New missive.
You've seen more of the world these past 5 years than most do in a lifetime. It's a shame you never had a moment to enjoy it.
Honestly, yeah. fair enough. Alright, take your thing. Why is it still locked? Quest progress is restricted. Okay, I guess we're sitting on that one. That's fine, I guess. And there's more hunts, isn't there? Of course there is. Okay. Fine. Let's get that missive first.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still come back.
Come back, he's here already. He's not in the best shape, but he's here.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
And tail makes 4. Clive, there's but one crystal left needs cracking, and but one man who can do it. See that you don't miss. Okay, fair enough. Short and sweet. Okay. Let me check with Karen real quick.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
Still alive, are ya? Go on then.
Okay. Well, we don't need the rune blade anymore.
I reckon I can find a buyer.
Okay. Crafting. Nope. Sell these.
Not out else? I reckon I can find a buyer.
Like 1,000 of those. Yeah, I suppose. These are the more common things you tend to find, I suppose.
Come again.
Oh wait, I do need to get potions yet.
Go on then.
Well, I don't need to, but may as well if it increased
Cannot
it.
find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Finished, are you?
Okay. Do that. I will look at the board.
Say it all you like. It doesn't make it true.
I'll look at the board last because that's what we'll end up having to do next Sunday.
Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not
Why is
here
her...
for mid. I need information.
I was gonna say, why was her pigtail
Then why not
or her
ask Ollie
braid
if you can
like
look in one of her ovens?
not hanging?
Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right. If it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Tharm, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark,
he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea. Tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore.
You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Clive, how may I help you today? Of course.
Just seeing if there's anything new with these. Stay safe. I worry for him. Yeah, I think we all worry for Joshua. Ugh. This is the last I've seen of him. Nope. He has his own duty, his own demons. The Dragoons still have work to do. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. I owe you a debt that I will repay. Okay, fair enough. Does she actually have anything beyond... At least I saved one life. Huh. Okay. Does she have anything new? Nobody told me he could split the bloody sea. Maybe she'll help me out in the lab and all. That's really funny. Okay.
Thus ends today's lesson.
Okay, so it looks like it's just the one for now. Beast. Oh, so it's another Chimera, it looks like? Yeah, okay. It seems like, like another Chimera. Might have to attempt Severog again. I don't remember what level I was when I attempted it, but it might be doable now. Did I have any? No, not right now. Not enough for it to matter anyways. Okay, well, and there's another quest, apparently. Can I turn this one in now? Oh, it looks like I can.
Thank goodness you're back. Talia looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Talia's right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
Yeah, it's pretty far advanced.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Talia. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigue. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
Nope, two more.
If bearers were truly free, we wouldn't need to make decisions like these.
Clive, I wanted to give you something for the kindness you showed my mentor.
What's this?
A chest of all the medicines you're ever likely to need. Seeing as you're so reluctant to come to the infirmary, I thought you might as well take a part of the infirmary with you.
I'm sure it will be very helpful indeed. And Taya, try not to work too hard.
And work Rodrigue all the harder, you mean? He's a quick study, but he's got a long way to go yet. I'll take that particular piece of advice when you heed it yourself, thank you very much. Besides, who else is going to see that your brother takes his medicine?
Who indeed?
Oh. Oh. Okay. There we go. Oh, it's displayed in Clive's chambers. It's a shame that doesn't go with us, right? Cracked anvil. Right, okay. Oh, right.
I'm glad I was there for his final moments. He deserved the peace he chose.
Okay, so it's at least not an actual mission.
Please, your grace, stay strong.
Oh, Yote.
My lord Marquis. Your companions are kind indeed.
Everyone has been most welcoming. Lady Taya has been especially gracious. Though I know something of the medicinal arts, it is hardly enough to warrant the claim of one so skillful.
I must admit.
At first, I doubted that her praise was sincere. We Undying are trained in what few simple skills might serve us in the field, but there is certainly no praise for those who excel in such endeavors.
But I see now.
That this is your way. You encourage each other, that each might lend their strength to the cause, no matter how seemingly slight their contribution.
It was the greatest honor of my life.
To be appointed protector of His Grace. I have served him in that capacity since he first began our journey across Valistia, the purpose of which was twofold. To further the Undying's knowledge of Ultima, and to further His Grace's knowledge of you, my lord. After we learned of your survival, your brother insisted that we try to trace your movements. Thanks to the investigations of my fellow acolytes, we learned of you having taken the name Cid.
But now?
The name of Cid. Our journey together is at an end. His Grace bids me to remain here and protect those you and he held dear.
So I bid you.
My lord, if I might be so bold, please look after him in my stead. I would not say that's bold, because we were going to do that anyways.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but... But His Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Taya and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's
well, obviously.
sake.
Of course.
For Joshua. Anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients. I had only thought to ask for your assistance in finding a new source of stonerwort. But if you're sure about collecting it from the flood by the aqueduct, I should be most grateful, my lord.
I mean, yeah, we have more resilience than most, so that's always, that's a given. Okay, so that... Alright, with that, I just wanted to make sure I was grabbing that. So at least it very much was a side quest stream again, but we've gotten all the ones that we can. We have the one that just came up, but next week we'll finish the side quest, and then we'll try to take on the hunts here. I will probably attempt Sevrog again and hope that it doesn't kick my ass this time, but we'll have to see how that goes. If for whatever reason I decide that, I'm gonna put it off longer, then so be it. There may be a chance I don't even finish it because that was a pain in the ass to do that fight in the first place. I'm just hoping that I have enough levels at this point that it won't be so bad now. But although on second thought, it may not hurt to actually hold off on Sevrog a little bit longer, now that I'm thinking about it, because if I can wait until I have at least Jill back in my party, and hopefully Joshua, but at least have Jill in my party still, that might help me better, because it should. I just worry about it just being Torgal and I. Because I think that's what it was then too. But so we might actually progress the story a little bit further just for the sake of being able to actually get them in my party again. But aside from that, yeah, so I think that's the plan. We'll try. We'll see. We'll probably progress the story a little bit, at least enough to get him back. And it may be that I don't finish it then. Who knows? But either way, no matter what, we'll be progressing the story finally. And we'll kind of go from there. So, alright. Well, with that, I am going to call that good enough for today. It's a little longer, but I wanted to grab the last mission, or the side quest that's popped up there. And, I guess I could have checked the thing that was given to us, but I'm not too worried about it right now. I'll check it when I come back on, I suppose. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and look to see who I can raid. And go from there. Alright, it looks like Zolair's on again. I'm gonna raid Cocoon again. as I do. I mean, Roger's also on, so I could raid him. But I feel like raiding her instead for the time, or for today. So we're gonna get this raid going. And then hopefully we'll see you guys next week then. Thank you guys so much for being here as always, and I hope that you guys have a good night. Alright, you guys take care.